Paul, your time in the MasterChef Canada kitchen has come to an end.
Paul Harper of St. Catharines, Ontario, tagged out of the MasterChef Canada kitchen. The episode was called Tag You're It, and the 8 remaining cooks, feeling the pressure in the MasterChef Canada kitchen. Paul's with us from St. Catharines this morning. Thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations on a great run.
Thanks, Darryl. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. It was one of those bucket list items I had for a long time. I actually started the process way back in 2017, but finally got on. So it was lots of fun. It was great to be there.
We hear that from a lot of home cooks, that it takes a few runs to get at it. So if you're at home and you want to get on the show, try again. Paul, listen, what went right, what went wrong for you in this competition, in this challenge?
The challenge in particular, I think it was, the editing was a little bit different than I expected, but it was, I think Veronica and I worked better than what we saw. And I got a really nice message from Veronica last night after the show. And we actually had the opportunity to work together both on this challenge and on the team challenge, which we won. And we got along great. So it was interesting to see the way it was shown. But I think for us, it was, a lot of it was technical error. Like we kind of left the artichokes in a little too long, so they got burnt. And then we didn't put cheese, technical error in the arancini as they wanted us to. So it was that. Throughout the competition, I would say I'm a guy that likes to plan dinners well in advance. And so under the gun, my creativity is not at its best. I think that's the biggest challenge for anyone that wants to go. Practice, and make sure you got all those creative juices flowing before you show up. You
tried a few times to get on. Was it what you expected?
The format's changed a little bit. They used to have something called the pressure test. So, the people in the bottom would be the 2 or 3 that would go into a pressure test. And that's a lot of skills-based challenges, like cooking a steak medium rare or doing the perfect omelet. And those are things that I'm really good at. Pretty straightforward stuff. It was the creativity side that was lacking for me in the short times that we had.
What do we not see on camera? Like, when do you guys go to the bathroom? When do you grab ingredients? When do you talk to the camera? What did we not see?
So that's interesting you say, because one of the funnest experiences for this whole thing was seeing how this is all done behind the scenes. You'd be amazed how many people are on that set. There's probably at least 20, 30 people around us at all times. And they're talking to us, and we're mic'd all the time. They can hear us from all different areas of that huge studio. So no matter what we say, if we ask a question, they'll have an answer for us right away. The other thing too is that I've spoken to a few people. The days are quite long in the kitchen. It's an hour time limit, but you're there setting up and getting food, and there's rules that you have to go over and things like that. So some days were 12 hours, 13, 14 hours. The first episode was quite a long day. I think it was almost 15 hours.
Wow. Okay. The obvious question is, what's next for you, Paul?
Going back to the same old. I just cooking at home and cooking for friends and family, which I love doing, and back to work. Really, it's luckily for me, I think it hasn't really changed or had a great, crazy impact on regular day-to-day life, which I'm really enjoying.
Friends and family are going to want you to cook a couple more times for them, though, Paul. Thanks for doing this. Congratulations on a good run. And you can follow along in the MasterChef Canada journey Tuesdays on CTV, streaming the next day on Crave.